Okay, so there we go. For whatever reason, the microphone decided not to automatically connect itself, but hello and good morning, my crafty creatures. So, I'm gonna turn off my random text because actually people here today. So, yesterday I got 0 on 2 colors, not 1, but 2 colors. So I picked out one of the last 2 really big colors. They're the lighter colors that surround this beauteous work of art. This color is 3756. It is a super duper light blue. It's close to white, but it's light blue. But there are 2,000 stitches in this color, so we'll be working on. But it's also kind of a block color, so it might go faster than anyone expects. Because, well, right now I am working on a really awkward spot, which I think I might save for off-camera time, because I just started a new string, and I think, nah, there's only a few lines left. I'm gonna work on the weird spot. Okay. So I've been working on my UX design, and the problem right now, the only problem I'm really running into in this program is they want me to reach out and talk to people and ask them, hey, how do I get a job? Or and this week they're like, hey, think about some companies you'd like to work for. And I'm like, I don't have that. That software was not properly installed in my brain. Treat me well, give me tacos and call me a good girl. So I'm dealing with that this week. Watch. The tacos and good girl part will summon Schuster J. But I'm starting on week 6. Week 6 is what I'm going into of 19 weeks. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But yeah, this color that'll be being worked on is this white color. Light blue. But after this little clump is all done, I'll be moving over to a bigger area. And there's quite a bit of up area that I have to work in. And yeah, it's all kinds of fun. All kinds. I want your fucking present to show up. That's what I want. I want you to get the present that I sent you. So I'm almost done. The ornament that I've been talking about. There's just so many straight pins. It hurts my thumb. But that should be... I'm gonna work on it a little bit more today. I'm still trying to clean and organize. The never-ending cycle of trying to clean and organize. It would be easier if I stopped obtaining stuff. But you know, chances of that actually happening... La la la. Yep, now that there's snow on the ground, hopefully I'll be getting... It traps me inside so I can't actually do outside projects. Or I can't pretend that I want to do outside projects, so I'm gonna try to pretend that I need to get the inside projects done. So hopefully I get a few of those done this year. Like, when I sit down and I have free time, I actually get quite a bit done. It's the not having free time bit that's catching me right now. Tomorrow, I won't be on, no stream tomorrow, but Thursday from 10-ish to noon, I'll be on. It's gonna be Buffalo, oh. Good morning, Dragon! My soul is tired. My body a little bit too. But mostly my soul. Yay! What kind? No stream tomorrow. Oh, so I actually managed. I'm gonna put well, I have therapy tomorrow, so there's a lot of peopling and feelings and stuff. So, I keep talking about the difference between tapestry, sewing, and embroidery needles. So I finally found. Well, I got tired of getting poked because, funny enough, I do actually poke myself with my needles, but I use the appropriate kind of needle so it doesn't actually stab through underneath my fingernail. Not naming names, but if you know, you know. So I'll post a picture on Facebook of a close-up. So let's see if I can get this to focus. this one right here is an embroidery needle. You can see that it's rounded off and it's not as pointy, but if you look at this needle, this is a tapestry needle. It's a little bit more pointy. You can see. And let me grab a sewing needle to show you just how. That's a straight pin. Is that a sewing needle? No, eye's too big. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's a sewing needle. Okay. Did I grab the right one? Yes, okay. So, this is a tapestry, and the sewing needle is even more pointier than the tapestry. And I'll post a picture on Facebook because you can't really see the differences in the points. You'd think you'd be able to, but it's much more visible in a picture. Like I can see where this one's point is less than this one's point. And it's way less than yes, I have a darning needle right here. This is darning needle. Oh, so we were talking about walls of shame. Now, Dragon likes to think that her crochet hooks of shame are shameful. I have crochet hooks. I have yarn hooks. I have darning needles, embroidery needles, tapestry needles, sewing machine needles. I have syringes. Let's just I don't have any metal darning needles. I just have the plastic one, which I've subsequently lost. What did I call it? Yeah, I just have the plastic darning needles. Like I think maybe somewhere I have a metal darning needle, but I don't. And funny enough, I don't have any knitting hooks or knitting needles. I'm not asking for knitting needles because I don't actually use knitting needles, but I was just kind of stunned that I don't have any. I have latch hooks. I have embossing tools. I have 50 billion diamond dot things. I would love to find out if there's like some sort of recycling program where I can send them back to a manufacturer for them to like sanitize and reuse, because I have so many and I don't feel right throwing them away. And thank you, Mama, for the subscription. I mean, I have one full set of crochet hooks. No, two, because I have your standard crochet hooks, and then I went out and bought the set of lace crochet hooks, which I have to repair. I have that's the extent of my crochet experience, is I utilize the skills to repair broken things. I mean, I have so many crafts, and when it's clean, it's beautiful and amazing. It's not clean right now. It's halfway there. Like I give myself a solid halfway to clean. But I need to prioritize a little bit more and get some things organized and get some projects done. Like getting the projects done will assist in the cleaning. And that's what I'm aiming to do. Like I've drawn the line on ordering anymore. I'm stopping until it's clean and I'm caught up. Like, my winter goals are to get my half-assed projects done, like that fucking printer that I've been arguing with for the better part of a year. I'm gonna win that argument. I have the standing loom that I need to sand down, patch, and get back together. That's on the list to do. Stuff like that. So I have a really big list of goals, and I'm hoping I can at least tackle a few of them before spring. If I do, it'll be amazing. If I don't, well, I'll continue to have them on the list. I'm also aiming to have a job in a different career field by that point in time, so a job that maybe utilizes more at-home time and less out in the wild time, which would be fantastic. I've updated my goals to get Infinity Loop and Buffalo Woman done before May of 2024, because I did take quite a bit of a break from stitching. I took quite a bit of a break from everything in November because it was just insane. But I'm trying to get back on track. I didn't get much as done with the stream as I wanted to on my week off, but I did get a lot of other things done that I wanted to get done, so it all works out in the end. Oh, I forgot all the jewelry making needles that I have. Like, string related, I have beading needles. I have a punch set for my leather working. And again, most of these tools that I have are for repair. I am really good at fixing things. I'm not necessarily good at making things from scratch, but if you can give me an original and it's broken and I can fix it, or I'm really good at like making different colors. Like for example, Infinity Loop. There's a whole bunch of fucking white that I didn't want to do. I need to take a look at my looms to see what size I have. I actually have a spiral designed shawl that I want to try out. Like the center, it works from the center out, which is very interesting for a knit loom, but it's spiral, and I was like, oh no, this needs to happen, because it has the spiral and the sawtooth outer edge. So I was like, oh damn. So I know I have the loom to do it. I just have to find it and put it together. And that's what I actually want to use the some of the colors I have totes. Like, let's see if we can see them in camera. That's the Papasan. Totes of yarn. You get to see my ironing board. But yeah, I have a lot of yarn, and as long as they're like corresponding colors, I have no problems with switching colors around. Like, oh hey, I ran out of this color, let's transition it into this color. So I'm not a fuss bucket in that department. Especially when I purposely got yarn, like scraps of yarn, just to work on little kittens. That's the only reason I got yarn, and then more yarn happened. So yeah. And again, it falls into the category if you know, you know. Okay, let's see. There's that. Yay! I am approaching the end of this little weird area, so then I'll be moving on to a more blocky color area. Ooh, I enjoy patterns. I need to get better at reading them. Like right now, like if I can see it done and then I can write it down in my own language, like my super secret raw language, I can memorize. But right now I'm not the best at reading the language. It's like if I handed someone a cross stitch pattern, is I can kind of read it. I can kind of read knit and crochet patterns, but at the same time I'm like, there's still some terminology I need to learn better. Oh, I love stash busting. Like that's kind of what I'm intending to do this winter is get my stash down, get my products up. I need to clean the area where I'm keeping my stash. I need to get my floor loom up and running, and that might mean that the papasan that I have in the background here, this papasan, might have to find a new home because the floor loom is really big and I would like it to be in my craft room. The standing loom, I guess, is what it's called. It's its proper name. And I know most of the abbreviations, but I've only picked up knitting and crocheting in the past couple of months. Um, so it's not a strong skill that I have. But I have all the materials for it because, well, I have ADHD and hobby hopping is a thing. I've managed to keep it in a vein, but I'm still very guilty of hobby hopping. That is... I'm trying to figure out what color that is. It's a cake. Okay. And I also lost my spot because I was silly and I didn't actually mark in a half stitch where I needed to be. Okay. Nope. There's this one. That 3 and that 1, so... That one, and now we're gonna go over here. It's funny, right now all of these colors look roughly the same because they're kinda grimy as well. I live in a kinda grimy house. It's very dusty. So all the colors kinda look the same. I know that when I wash them they'll all be different. But at the same time I'm like, it looks so much the same. We are on the final zigzaggy moments of this particular area. Now we get to move the camera. Yay! That happens to me so much. I buy stuff and I don't want to use it because I don't want it to go away, but I bought it so I could use it. It's a vicious cycle, and I'm working on breaking it. I'm getting better because I'm looking at some of the yarn patterns and going, I don't want to use this much yarn. Then I'm not going to have the yarn anymore. But at the same time, I need to use this much yarn so I can get it out of my fucking house. So I have a lot of baby yarn. And I'm going to look up a nice little newborn hat so I can donate it to the hospital so that newborns can have little stocking hats. I don't know. I think you can still don't. And if not, I'm going to find a place where I can mail them out so that newborns can have their little head warmers. Because those are kind of a year-round thing. No, because it's my yarn. That's the best way I can describe that feeling right there. It's my yarn. But I'm going to, the baby yarn that I have, I'm gonna make newborn cats. Because I have a lot of baby yarn. And I mean, I have enough issues taking photos of my finished products that I want to sell to get them online, much less taking pictures of stuff that I could sell, maybe, if I had took pictures of them. Case in point, my eBay store, where I have like porcelain teacups and whatnot. I could sell those teacups for a pretty decent profit if I took pictures of them and listed them properly. I have, funny enough. Yeah, that's the thing is all the yarn. I didn't get a bad draw on the random yarn that I got. Yeah, sell it cheap. I got it cheap. Those 2 totes that I showed you, $14 for 2 totes full of yarn. And I think that's one of the reasons why I not having as much issue, because I do. I have more than enough yarn, and I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm not buying any more until I get rid of some of it. And the spiral, I have to get the loom. I have parts of the loom right next to me. Like it's one of the big flexi looms. I have parts of it next to me. But the other parts are 5 feet in another direction. But that's probably going to be my goal today, is get the parts needed for the loom. And I also live in a state where we can't have the plastic bags. We can't use the stores can make us pay 5 cents for a plastic bag. So with some of the colors that are just weird, I have a mesh bag pattern. Yeah, I'm gonna do some mesh bags with the really wild colors, because it's all acrylic. Yeah, yeah, there's no movement for that here. I mean, I think that, in all fairness, that the plastic could be turned into yarn. Like you could shred the plastic and then you could spin it into yarn. It's basically what acrylic yarn is anyway. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm gonna look into is, I know we have a couple of hospitals here that the mothers give birth and the baby's addicted to drugs, and they always need assistance in that kind of facility. But yeah, it's a project thing, and I know that push comes to shove, I can find a place where I can mail them out to, and I have no problems paying for the postage for that kind of thing. And you bet your buttons if I do something like that, it will go in with a card of mine, like a business card, so that they know exactly where they came from. I believe it. I completely believe it. I need to repair one of my my blue bags. And so I support thrift store yarn, and I was telling someone who was like, oh, I need to learn how to do that. I'm like, buy yarn from a thrift store. It's not expensive, so you're not spending $13 or $14 on a skein of yarn that you're not confident in doing this skill in. So where I'm still super duper new to this whole knit loom crochet thing, so I want cheap yarn. I accidentally got a whole fuck ton of cheap yarn, but I got cheap yarn. And now I can practice, and I can, like the kittens, I'm really good at the kittens. The kittens are super duper cute, and they work fast. But people really like them. I sold a lot of kittens. Like this year, I sold a lot of kittens. The kittens will never be on my web store because I use scrap yarn. So I couldn't fulfill if someone was like, oh, hey, I want 10 of those gray ones. I'm like, I only have enough yarn for like 3 of them. I can make pom-poms too. But the kittens will only be in-person purchases or a conversation. But the first couple of kittens I have they're not good, and I'm so glad that I used cheap yarn. Like I paid $1 for the leftover yarn, that kind of thing. So I encourage, if you're learning a craft, go to the thrift store. See if you can find what you need. I mean, if it's a specialty craft, like, for example, I'm going to use Polar Bear Dad, figurine painting, I would start out with not highly expensive things. I have learned that if you pay for higher quality, you get a better result, absolutely, but sometimes technique is needed before you can really bank on your result. Just saying that. But at the same time, the higher quality stuff, like with my fabric paint, because I'm getting better at my fabric paint. I gotta show you guys my stencil work. Oh my goodness. So I was running into the issue where my stencils were bleeding. So I was like, how do I fix this? And I found out how to fix it. But I mean, I've been making and some of these colors I'm not comfortable with because they're not my favorite colors, but I recognize that they're pretty. Like this is one of my favorites. And I'm not even a huge fan of pink, but I mean, I've been working on getting better detail without having to use the Sharpie. Now, I had to use the Sharpie on this one because it was before I figured out what I needed to buy, or before I wanted to use what I needed to buy. Oh my goodness. Nope. Like, I like how this one came out like in person. It is like it's very neat. But then I used repositionable glue is what it's called. And I was able to do one of my stencils, and it came out just fine. So, yep, exactly. I mean, I've also practiced like making yarn different colors, like dyeing it, and that's an interesting attempt is what's going on currently with my yarn dyeing process. I need to work on. It's a really big project, so I have enough curtains for 2 windows. They're currently white curtains. They're white cotton curtains, and this makes amazing because cotton curtains you want they will soak up the color and they will keep the color. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do for the colors. Do I want to make them for me so I keep them because I do have windows that I'd like to replace the curtains on, or do I do them for sale? Or do I do them for me and see how I like them and try to sell them? So It's not as like people are like, oh yeah, you run this, that must be so easy. No, no, running a small business is not easy, my friends. And while I'm still running in the red, like I didn't make any actual profit this year, I'm getting better. Like I'm actually making sales and I'm getting better, and it's so encouraging for me. So, okay. We're moving over to some block color, baby. Block color. Let's see. I gotta figure out where I am. We'll adjust the camera a little bit more once I figure out where I need to be. Block color does go fast, but at the same time, I still have over 2,000 stitches of this color. We've only done 109 because I'm much more chatty today. I'm feeling a little bit better. Yesterday was just a blah day. Today's kind of blah, but yesterday was really blah. And it's not 100% block because it is the pixie dust color, so I gotta be mindful. I gotta mind the gap. But it's all in one general area. It blocks out more of the some more of the infinity. Woo woo! We've moved on to block color. But yeah, this winter I'm hoping to build up stock, and I want to go to a couple of summer festivals. I want to have like my little hoop art, and have some of that. Have some of my Ada cloth. Have fun with all of that. I did reasonably well at the craft fair. Yeah, I feel that. That's part of the reason I haven't really gotten involved in a whole lot of the holiday affairs. It's not because I don't enjoy it. It's just I get overwhelmed easy, and I already am at I need to get the coaster sets that I have. I need to get everything that I've ordered completed so that I can try to get it out of my house. Amazon is kind of a pain in the ass, not gonna lie. Well, and that's why, like, when people... Okay, so... Hot take here. When people bitch about Temu, I'm like, yeah, it's cheap, it's from China, but so is Amazon. Like, let's be real here. Let us be absolutely real. Temu is the poor man's Amazon. They're like, oh, but it steals your information. So does Amazon. Oh, but it does this. So does Amazon. Oh, but it's from China. Yes, so is Amazon. Oh my. So I actually ordered from Hirschner's, which is one of the craft sites I order from frequently when I'm looking for pretty shiny things. Like, there's very specific pretty shiny things, and sometimes I do have to do these things. It's inevitable. Every crafter, even if you upcycle and you try to reduce, reuse, recycle in your crafting, which is what I do. I very heavily reuse. I go to thrift stores. I use scrap fabric that other people have discarded. But I try to do all these things, but no matter how good you are, you still eventually have to purchase new things. So I ordered a few things, and I got one of them right away, no problems asked. And the other thing that I ordered did not state that it was on back order when I ordered it, and did not show up. So I sent them an email, very polite. I went, hey, just wondering, I got this thing, but I didn't get the other thing. What's up? And they're like, oh yeah, it's on back order till February. I'm like, okay. My frustration isn't with the fact that it's on back order. It was not something I needed. It was a series of 4 for the ornaments I'm doing, because I like pumping out a couple ornaments a year. Let me show you my other ornament that I'm changing the color on, if I can find it. If it's not within arm's reach, I'm not gonna... It is. Okay, so this is my experimental ornament. Now, it is currently, it's colored to look like this. But I want to turn all the gold to silver, and I want to make some of the gold highlights black. So that's my experimental one. It's like I'm keeping the pattern, I'm changing the colors. but at the same time, I was like, really? Like, the other set that I got had some purples and blues in it that I wanted to keep for myself. Because, well, I like purples and blues. I found a bad X. I probably have known about this bad X for a while. I just found it. There. Yeah, this color just goes on for days. I mean, Dollar Tree, the dollar stores have really cute paintable ones these days. So we'll be looking at this area for a long time. Because this color goes from the top of the loop to the bottom of the loop. So yeah, it goes down and around here. So we'll be watching this for quite a time. Trying to get comfortable while I stitch. Because my body's just screaming at me today, so pull that over. though, dogs have gotten paranoid. Whenever they hear vehicles, they have decided that they need to go to the window and they need to say something about it. Yeah. I have dropped a bill or two at Hirschner's. For me, the stitchery is also another booby trap. That's only a booby trap if you cross stitch, though. That's very specific to cross stitch. What's weird? My Walmart has a full aisle, like it's on one half of a full aisle, half of a second aisle, and there's like little display islands in the area. Most people associate yarn with needing warm, and I don't know if you've noticed, but cold is subjective for down there. Like when you say it's like 60 degrees, I'm like, damn, I wish it was 60 degrees. I think it's like 30 right now up here. So people think yarn and they think hats and scarves and whatnot. I think I've seen it. I know that Martha Stewart had decided to dabble in loom knitting, and she put out a loom for she put out a knit loom that's where the spiral scarf came from, and I have to translate it. But what has Pioneer Woman decided to stick her nose into? Because she makes everything bougie, and maybe I can ride his coattails. I like her well enough, but she's really not a Pioneer Woman. Maybe when she first started out, but even then, questionable. It's kind of like the Magnolia Network. Is I like them well enough. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna stomp on these women's coattails because they've done very well for themselves. But at the same time, don't pretend you're something you're not. Like, be you. Be your authentic you. Don't pretend you like to rough it if you don't. I can't say that they don't like these things, but at the same time it's like I can watch you and see that you're really not in the groove for it. I've noticed that yarn is like I I I go to a lot of agricultural fairs, and there are a lot of hand spun yarns there. Are they the big uh heart saver? You can make an entire winter hats, gloves, scarf set from one skein. No, but they're also rather reasonably priced for what they are. Uh, I want to get good at uh, I want to get good at making something. I don't know what it is yet, but in doing that, I want to be able to make myself something nice. Because I know that I will never get my time back, and I will never get the cost of the yarn back for some of these nicer items. At least not in the market that I live in. That being said, could I go down to a different market and sell the same things for more? Probably, but there's also cost involved in that. So it's a balance as to everything. Wondering if my chat. Oh, my chat likes to run away. Oh my goodness. Okay. I might actually have to eat. Yeah, and exactly. And I have no problems with that. I used to be like, well, it's only like 8 feet. Why are you charging me $300? That's by far not the stretch. I've seen about 20 meters, and it's about $10. That's not bad. In all fairness, it's not bad. But I used to be one of those people that is like, why? And then I discovered, and I just got sick of it, is that you're paid. I would rather have my money. I would rather pay $25 for a hand sewn t-shirt that maybe costs them $5 to make. I know that's a stretch because fabric is expensive. But I would rather pay for something that I know that the money is going to that person rather than the big box stores. So that's why, yeah. And so for my, like whenever I work on linen, if you ever get a linen gift from me on cross stitch, that is a labor of love, because with my eyesight, even with the magnifying glass, linen is very hard for me. I mean, Jules is getting an 18, and the next smallest is linen. So, Jules, I love you, but not linen love you. Bliss Fairy was on linen. Jay's project is a 14 count. And sometimes it's just whatever I pull out of my pile and make the color, and that's how it happens. But most of the time I plan my count size. What? There's near where I live, well, near, about an hour away, there is a wool factory. They purchase wool, they clean it up, and they have people who spin it, and it's gorgeous. Like they have alpaca, they have different grades of wool, and it is a beautiful store. And they actually sell some pretty good sized skeins. And they have some amazing colors. So if I ever wanted to do something, and they have alpaca wool blends, they have cotton wool blends. Like it's a really nice little store. Oh, I might actually have to eat food. I might have to leave early so I can eat food. I had a little fruit bowl for breakfast today, and my tummy is like food. So we'll see how it goes. I can ignore my tummy. It's when my tummy incorporates my sugar that we start to have problems. Oh, right now I'm fine. It's grumbly. It's a grumbly tumbly. I did. I took my bed earlier. Did I? I don't know if I did. Let me. I'm gonna mute my mic and I'm gonna go. I think I did. I'm feeling better than I did yesterday, so I think I did. But okay, I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna go make sure. I'll make sure I took my meds. Thank you for holding. Your call was very important to us. I had not taken my meds. So, thank you for the med check. I had them out, and I had it sitting right there, and I did grab a snack. Grab some Gushers. Oh my goodness. Uh, though, taking them yesterday around noon, I was really, really, like, calm at work. Work didn't bother me as much. Like, it was easier to focus during the paperwork. So I might have to start considering taking mine, at least while I work a 3 to 11, taking mine closer to 11 or 12, so that I can handle the end of my workday. Yeah, we will be working on this color for a few sessions. But once it's done, we'll probably be in the 80s, like the high 80s for percentage complete. Yeah. Hooray for med science! Yes. Well, it's meds that keep me upright and breathing far before the ADHD meds. Ugh. I thoroughly enjoy the lo-fi live station. Makes me happy. Yeah, last night when I got home, I intentionally took my meds out of their little container area so that I would get them. the contractors have were just doing a slow drive past the back of the house, and I was wondering, what are they up to? We still haven't found the guy who pissed on my driveway. Still haven't found him. The mystery continues. We can all admire my light in the background while I. It's very distracting light. Like if I look at it too much, I get distracted. So I'll let you guys look at it. I really enjoy it though. I'd like to at least get my normal, like, 200-ish stitches today. I should. I just need to hit my checkbox. I think I'm almost there. Yesterday, yesterday I don't think I hit 200. I think I didn't get too far yesterday. Again, that's okay too. So, husband creature and I have ridiculous amounts of leftovers in our fridge. So, I haven't had to be making dinner because I just grab leftovers and I run away. But today I'm having a fluffernutter because I bought fluff. I have peanut butter and I got some gluten-free sourdough bread. So, I'm making me a fluffernutter for dinner tonight, and I will have I'll have my pumpkin chocolate cheesecake for dessert, and it will be a good night. I might take a power snooze before work. I don't need that one selected. Okay, we're up to 195. I should hit at least 200 stitches before the end of stream today. At least I'd like to hope so. So Dragon's AFK. Can't make comments. Let's see. And it's hard when I hit the checkbox. It completes all the stitches, but it also blends it into the pattern so that I can't always see where I should be going in the pattern. Because this color that I'm working on blends into the white very, very well. And the symbol's not that different. Yeah, I do think that I'm gonna have to. I do think a nap is going to occur. No. 1 and 5. Ah. Construction equipment in the snow. I'm hearing them using the scissor jack or the scissor lift, and I don't even know if it's a scissor lift. I think it's a cherry picker because it only has an arm and it doesn't have the scissor lift. So, but it's still running, and I can hear it. And I hear it run, and then I hear it stop. And then I hear it run, and then I hear it stop. So I'm wondering, what's it doing? Is it stalling out, or are they just only using it for bits of time, like you would think? With an engine, you'd want to keep it warm, but I don't play with that kind of toy. The confetti on the side here is what's killing me. Pig says hi. I know it. One less. One less. One. And skip another 2. And the start to another line. Start to another diagonal. Yeah, I gotta do dishes today. Or at least load the dishwasher so I can... At least load the dishwasher so that I can start the dishwasher. Okay. I'm gonna say because I just feel off. But once this piece of string I'm working on is done, I'm gonna call it a day. Just because I'm still tired. Like I don't know, but I'm gonna take a rule 0.5, not a full rule 0, just a rule 0.5 where I'm ending a little bit early because my brain is being my brain. But tomorrow is Work in Progress Wednesday, so I'll have a zoomed out picture of this beauty and what she looks like with the couple of colors I finished out. So yeah, you guys only get to see a little bit what I'm working on. But I figure it'll be another 15 or 20 minutes that I'm still here. Skip one until the end. I'm gonna try to catch Jay on tonight. Do you guys still do Modern Warfare with him on Tuesdays? Ah, okay. It's funny when I was researching Captain Penis and if I could actually like once we get to that particular part, cyberpunk was referenced a lot in whether or not nudity was okay, because they're like, oh yeah, it's in this game and people are playing this game, and I'm like, but in a game it's a fleeting moment most of the time. With Captain Penis, there'll be a lot of penis showing off, a lot. Even zoomed in like this, there's still gonna be a lot of penis. We're getting more to the block color. More to the block. So, just the nature of this pattern. There's not a whole lot of just blocks. It's all froofy. Okay, well, have fun. It's dishes time, everybody. Everybody do your dishes. In all fairness, I'll probably only be ending about 10 minutes early, but once I'm done with this run of thread, I have to recut and yeah. So it's just easier to end when I'm done the thread. For me, it's not OCD. I do know that they need to get done. And they'll get done once I'm done doing this thing. And this color has a big swath of it up at the top here, which I'm kind of starting to think about and regret. It will get done, but at the same time, it's gonna be heinous and evil. Especially because like the top has like this filter stuff where it dots out. So yeah, it's gonna be something. Getting close to the end of the line for today. Funny enough, getting close to the normal stop time of the stream today. So, it all works out. All works out in the wash. Yep, I think this line is going to be the last line for this piece of string. And then I'll give some stats. I will give some mad numbers, yo. Bit more of a marker. Okay. So I'm gonna hit the check mark, see where we're at. We got to 282 stitches today. Okay, so let me plug that into my spreadsheet of doom and I can tell you where we are at. 282, so almost 300. Wow. 282. Oops. No. 2. We are at 67.97%, so 68% just through today. I'm pretty pleased with that. A couple days work, we got from 66 to 68. I can live with that. Good progress. So, I know I'm leaving a little early today, but I had a week off. I have monster lazy. Thank you everybody for your time. best gift you can give me. I am going to go do my dishes because Dragon is kind of evil. I am going to work on a couple other things, but I hope everybody has a fantastic day. And I will be back on Thursday around 10. I have class until 10, so as long as it takes me to swap over here and get Buffalo Woman up and going, that's how long it'll take me. And I will see everybody on Thursday. Have a good Wednesday. And yeah, I will do the things. Do the things and have the funs. I'll see y'all later.